so much, everyone, for joining today's webinar. We're super excited about today's conversation. We're going to talk about the personalized videos. We're going to talk about multi-marketing channel. I'm Fahad Aziz. I'm the founder of puppydog.io, and I'm joined by Rosetty Feng, and she's with Playable.Video. So the structure is very simple. We're going to start with some brief introductions about ourselves and our company, and then we have some interesting topics to go into detail into one by one. So without further ado, let's get started. So Rosetty, if you can tell us about your background and tell us about what Playable does, would be a great place to start.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me today. Very excited to join Fahad here. So I have been working in advertising technology industry over a decade. I actually started in media planning ad serving with ad agencies. I've also worked on platform like Google DoubleClick to help the brands and agencies to do media optimizing, campaign management. From there, I actually moved to Nielsen to measurement and also attribution. So it's really for helping the clients to understand what really drives the performance, which ad units, which placements, and how to increase ROI. Currently, I've been working with Playable. We are a SaaS company, so we're specializing in video delivery technology. We can deliver instant video directly to like an email, push notification, and in-app channels at a scale. So that can also help lift the conversions, also revenue. So today I'll be talking about my learnings, my lessons through leading a customer success team here at Playable. I'll be talking about the learnings I've learned from my clients and what can make the impact to your next video campaigns.
Wonderful. And when I first learned about Playable.Video and I got the opportunity to look at what you guys do, I was very impressed. Because that's the problem that everyone, and we're going to go deeper into that problem of delivery, of how to make sure that if you create the videos, people are actually watching, that no one really knows that there's a solution to solve that problem, right? We spend a lot of time on creating the videos, less worrying about are people even watching those videos. And if they're not watching it, what's the reason why they're not watching it? And I'm super excited about sharing how you have solved this problem at Playable. Briefly about myself, I've been in technology for over 2 decades now. Founder of puppydog.io. We are AI for product marketing. The whole idea is that with some of the new AI tools, it's much easier to create new products and release new features. But communicating those new features to customers is a bit of a challenge. So product marketing sort of become a bottleneck in the process, that they keep getting new features, but they are unable to deliver those messages or communication to customers. So this is where PuppyDog AI comes in. What we do is that we understand how the product works, how the new features work, and then we automatically generate the content that can personalized content that can then be delivered to different customers and prospects. So let's start this discussion. First of all, when we were working with a lot of these large customers, one of the challenges we saw across the board was that, okay, we are able to create these really amazing, personalized, bespoke videos. How do we make sure that we deliver them and people are able to watch those videos, right? And this is where we started this research and we got introduced to you. So tell us about how Playable solves that problem and how this partnership is really going to help our customers.
Yeah, definitely. I can talk about the Playable part, and you can feel free to feel us in for the partnership. So Playable actually generates HTML snippet. It works very simple. We have a console. You can upload your ready-to-use video to our console. It automatically generates a snippet according to your ESP. So we have over 65, I think, partners currently on our automatic integration. You can just copy and paste that snippet and put in your HTML editor, however you want to do it. From there, the video will be instant played. And one of the key advantage or major competitive advantage for Playable is we optimize the video quality based on the environment. So you can imagine a lot of times you do not receive the video because your Wi-Fi environment is very weak. We'll change that to a lower resolution. But a lot of times you have a perfect Wi-Fi environment or depends on email client, you will receive the high quality MP4. So that really helps the brand to elevate its image. Imagine if you are a fashion house, you spend all this time, like you mentioned, all this production to produce a video. You want the video to be delivered quality, and they're all instant play. You do not have to load the video. We all stream out of our CDN.
That's great. So a good use case is that if a company is sending out these videos, let's say via email, right? Uh, Many of these videos go as a thumbnail, as a link in an email, and they are less welcoming or less inviting to the person to click on it and watch it, because you never know what this link is going to take you to. But with this technology, customers actually watch the video right inside their inbox, their email. They don't even have to go somewhere. And it works across all different types of email providers.
Yeah.
Right?
You can think about the nature of video, because in a short amount of time, video can give you a lot more information than an image or text messages. So videos are meant to give you that image. With the video to be delivered instantly, you're able to make the decision very quickly. Do you want to keep watching the content? Do you want to explore more of the option? Do you want to make a conversions on the website? So video actually allows you to be able to give our customer the shorter customer journey. So that's why our conversion rate is much higher.
Wonderful. And you briefly touched on that, delivering the video compared to sending a text message. But what is multi-marketing channels? So if we create these videos, right, and we want to send these videos from using email, text, and other places, can you talk us a bit about what that multi-marketing channel means for delivering the videos?
Sure. So like I said, we will generate HTML snippet. Basically, we'll produce that kind of webhook or snippet that's suitable for the environment. So if you want to use, like say, I'll use Braze as an example. If you want to use Braze to deliver an email video or push notification video, there's a different format of the HTML snippet you need to generate. And Playable automatically does that for you. So you can just choose the proper snippet and then append it into your Braze environment. You can just crop that image out, the video out.
Great. So when I was preparing for this webinar, I was doing a lot of research thanks to ChatGPT and other tools. Some of the examples I found was very interesting. One of them was HubSpot. They did this whole research where they did a lot of A/B testing, and they found out that if they add videos and more personalized videos based on segments, right, their conversion increased like 20%, right? And another example I saw was Vistia, and this was a really good one actually. Is that when you're creating these videos and you're sending it out, number one is the deliverability, that people are able to watch them, right? But the other fun thing that they found in their A/B testing was that if you put a face of the person, right, and the person is smiling, that also increased the open rates to close to like 30% more than without a smiling face. And this is where AI comes in, right? Obviously, as with you actors and your team members, this is not scalable, right? You cannot have a face of team member on every video. But this is where the magic of AI happens. And what we're seeing across the board is something you and I talked about a lot, is that yes, the companies are creating these high fidelity, high quality videos working with their production companies, right? And it can take them weeks and even months to get one video ready. But the magic is that how can you take that one video, repurpose it for different segments, different audiences, and use it again and again and again in different contexts. Right?
I think you touched on a really good point, like what really works. And that takes a lot of test and learnings. And that's really different for every single brand enterprise client, right? If you don't have that tool that would give you that kind of skill, how would you be able to learn? And also your customers are also changing all the time. And some of the very first questions I ask my customers when we first onboard them is, where do you think your email channel or your CRM channel is netted in your customer journey? Is that something your loyal customers are constantly relying on to receive new product release? Or is that like the last sort of touch point they want to convert before they receive your message? You get to know that from setting out many different campaigns, and you need that video content to be able to deliver that for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. Now, not only with AI, you can create more personalized videos. There's also a significant opportunity to also test the campaigns and the impact of those videos, right? And at Puppy Dog, something that we've been working on is building this evaluation platform. So when you're running multiple campaigns, our AI agents will do the testing before the campaigns are ran to tell you that, hey, this video is going to work really well for this segment, but this video doesn't speak to this segment. The length is too long. The language is not what they resonate with, and so on.
Okay.
So now, even before you run those A/B testing, you have AI agents giving you a lot of feedback on the uh, impact or effectiveness of those videos, right? So that's great. But here's one thing, we see across the board now. When you get an email, a marketing email, right, today, and if that email is very generic, the open rates are much lower, and you just do not connect. But there's another bigger problem that, if you're serving multiple industries, right? And if I get an email, let's say I'm a CRM provider, and I send an email out to my healthcare customers, I do want to mention in my email that how are we helping healthcare customers, right? Same standards now goes to the videos, right? When I'm watching a video, I don't want to watch a generic video that's about finance when I'm in healthcare.
Yeah, that's a
right?
really good point. The relevancy of the video is the key. And from a production perspective, technically you cannot create personalized video for every single content, right?
Yeah.
You cannot produce something like that. That's just not possible. But there are segments you can tailor on that really speak for the relevancy of the content. Yeah.
Really good point. And with working with so many customers, we have examples where our customers would take one video and then they will create multiple versions of it. Sometimes dozens, sometimes hundreds of them, just to meet the right person at the right place where they are in their buyer journey to get that along. So that's just gonna get more and more exciting with more and more videos getting personalized. And even for the persons who are watching it, they can easily watch them. They don't even have to go somewhere, click on the links, go to Vimeo and those places. They just watch it. And then what they're watching is very relevant to them.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk a bit about what you are seeing in across your customers. Playable works with one of the largest airline in the country, one of the biggest fitness center. What are the key challenges that they are facing when it comes to video creation and delivery?
Yeah, so there are actually a few I've touched upon a little bit, but the number one thing I would say is the relevancy of the video. We've talked about whether that's calling out for the audiences, that's make that connection with the audiences. Does it need to be personalized? Does it need to be segmented? I think that's a very key challenge people are thinking all the time. And also, I also wanted to mention it depends on where the video is delivered, and depends on your client's nature. Where and what kind of video do they want to receive? Like say for example, email channel, is that same as push notification? Is that same as their in-app message sender? That's also something you think about the relevancy of the video. And upon that, the production cost for video, as we all know, is very expensive.
Right.
We work with a lot of fashion houses, retailer brands, as you can imagine. They typically would outsource the video production to like a whole team or third-party vendor. And by contract, maybe they receive one video per week. Yeah, and that's across the whole company. You have to use the video for storefront. You have to use video for social media. Use the video for email marketing. So is that relevant for the particular content you want to deliver? You still need to do a lot of modifications, re-edits to that video, and that production itself is very costly, right? And the last thing I would say is a lot of customers or a lot of users are really changing their video consuming behavior because there are a lot of short format video platform like TikTok. People are consuming a lot of short videos, so it's so easy for them to just swipe out if the video does not resonate with them in the first 1 second and a half, right?
Wow.
very easy for them to just swipe it out. So like you mentioned, if a company only sends out one video, for example, to talk about a brand in 60 minutes, is that the best way to communicate a message that way? So that's like another thing to think about. What are the right format? What are the right call to actions and the length for the video you need to do in each different channels? That's a key challenge.
That's a really good point. So traditionally, we've seen that enterprises, when they're talking about their products, right? Um, they would usually send a slightly longer video, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? But to your point, with TikTok videos and short videos, there's an expectation now that can you deliver the same message in not in 3 minutes or 4 minutes,
But
but
in
in
30
like
seconds.
30 seconds, right?
Yeah. And we have learned from like some of the beauty brands. For example, beauty brands, they like to use their like user generated content, like to use their influencer content. They want to reuse that because they feel like those kind of content are really aligning with their customers. Versus like airline brand is like another example we talk about. They probably don't want to use user generated content. They wanted to use like a different type of content.
So on that note, this actually brings another really good point that, um, the B2C market is very used to this type of shorter videos, TikTok type videos, right?
Yeah.
B2B, it still depends on their long shot. Like we have customers who have intro videos like 5 minutes,
Okay.
all right? And because they don't want to compromise on anything, they want to say everything they have, and they want to show everything they have. And from the business perspective, we understand, right? But from the person who is watching those videos, their expectations are much different now, right? So I think this wave of shorter videos is now getting more and more popular into B2B. Would you agree to that?
I definitely agree. I think it depends on the content. I think the 5 minute video you were just talking about probably has a lot of information you have to say as a disclaimer, right? I've seen that from insurance company, like the claiming process, for example. You cannot trim that down into a 30 seconds video. Yeah. But some other messages, like if you want to introduce something, if you want to just get a line with your community, you probably wanted to use a different type of messaging or content.
Right, and we in B2B, especially when the PLG movement, when even you're trying to educate the customers without sending them anything within the app. One really good example is of Slack. If you're a customer of Slack, every time they have a new feature or they want to introduce you and they want to do upsell or cross sell, right? They will embed a very quick, short video inside the app that you cannot ignore, and you watch them. And when you watch them, they get the message across in like 30 seconds. They're fast, quick, very TikTok style, and so on.
Very engaging.
Yeah, and for them, that had been the key success, the key recipe for success, because now they are able to get more customer use their new features, right? Uh, and I think that not only applies to customer engagement, but I think we are seeing in our customer base that even sales and marketing, like top of the funnel, they're also focusing on selling shorter videos to get them introduced, get the foot in the door.
Definitely.
Great. Okay, wonderful. So as we wrap this up, Rosetty, any final thoughts on how Playable and Puppy Dog partnership can help customers?
Yes, definitely. Because we are a Puppy Dog and Playable, we are compromising each other. We are not. So Puppy Dog is the video production technology, and Playable delivers the video. So a lot of time, I can actually talk about one more pain point from my customers. A lot of time when they first get into this AI world, they're actually very exciting. They wanted to test different features, but in reality, they're probably using like voice cloning from one AI company, add captions from like another company. That's the reality of it. So for a customer, you can imagine if you are the producer or CRM manager, you're constantly going logging to different platforms, right? You're logging here, getting your credentials here. Maybe you get like a different payment plan from this one particular platform. You're constantly going in and out, and you're getting messages from different partners. However, when we are working together, we want to become this like a one-stop shop. If you want to, if you're already using Playable to deliver the video, for example, you can also use PuppyDog to edit your video, to record some product demos. If you're already using PuppyDog to record product demos, you can just use the next functionality to deliver the video. Yeah, we work together as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where our customers got super excited also, because while we save them hours on creating the videos, the one question that always comes up was that how's the best way to deliver these videos, right? And they have been, everyone is using different technologies. To your point, there's so much tech stack out there on how to deliver. But at the core of it is that once the video is delivered, you know, are the people actually clicking on the play button to watch it, or they are watching it, right? Uh, so that's the problem that we believe we solve with this partnership. That now you can quickly create the videos, deliver them, and you actually see people watching those videos.
Yeah, I also want to add one more point. Video delivery is not new, right? You've seen videos from many different channels. So what Playable does is we actually just try to eliminate like the messiness during the process. You don't have to be an in-app developer or web developer to be able to deliver videos, because we stream out of our CDN. You don't have to worry about that, and you don't have to worry about does it cost your app to open longer because you have to download the video first. So we streamline all that process. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining the webinar. This was our first webinar, so we were super excited. We had a lot of technical challenges in the beginning, but we were able to resolve them. But thank you all for joining. I hope this was helpful. We talked about the state of business with video generation, video deliverability. We talked about Gen AI, how it's changing everything. And I think how companies are looking at shorter videos that are more impactful. And then finally, how companies are using a lot of A/B testing and trying different things to make sure which videos work better than the other. And the two platforms can help the companies do some of those works. And if you have any questions, anything, feel free to reach out to us. And again, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah.